Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Gooch, and this is the Cobra Report. Just a reminder to please like and subscribe to my page for more G.I. Joe classified content. Today we are doing retro cardback Dr. Mindbender. Alright, we're not going to spend too much time on the packaging. The action figure is what everybody really cares about, but here you go. Awesome artwork on the box. Great menacing face there on Dr. Mindbender. Here he is with all of his loadouts. There's another picture of him right there. Flip to the back, you've got his file card. Tells you he used to be a dentist until he went mad experimenting on himself, which was kind of cool. Now he's a mind control expert. Chief scientist for Cobra. Alright, well here he is, everyone, out of the box. I love that the retro card backs come with the stand. They really should do that for the classified version. I mean, classified's known for taking it up a notch with their quality and everything. Why did they not come with stands? I mean, that's just super easy for them to do, obviously. So this character, let's take a look at him versus the exclusive version here that came out a few years ago. The exact same figure. Literally the exact same figure. The only difference is the Cobra symbol on the back. That's it. Otherwise, every single thing is exactly the same. They didn't change any of the paint apps, nothing. This is the exact same figure. So all of us who went out and spent a lot of money on this guy, this exclusive figure, really just got screwed with this classified retro version of it. If you're gonna, come on, you gotta switch it up a little bit. Just make it so that we're not getting completely ripped off here. But he doesn't come with some of the accessories, but that's not really worth an extra $15 for this cardboard box, which I will admit is awesome. I really like this. It's cool to have it on display like that, but it's not worth the extra money that Hasbro forced us all to spend thinking that, oh, it's an exclusive. And then a couple years later, they come out with the exact same guy for, $25 less, $15 less. I forget exactly what I paid for him. But all right, so let's take a little closer look. I'm going to put this back down here. I don't need him anymore. So you do see that he's got the cape here. So this little pack here, I'm not really sure what it is. Some kind of canister attaches to his belt, has the hose that goes onto what, I'm not sure if this is a gun. What is this thing? It doesn't really explain it. But either way, that's it. You also have this other one here that can also attach to it. He's got a sidearm. He also has a second sidearm, but he doesn't have a holster for that, so I guess it's customizable. You can decide which one you want to have on there. This has a little canister on there, so this seems to be like, okay, a serum injector or something. You could zap a guy in the shoulder, and there's some kind of truth serum or something, however you want to do it. So if you're a kid, you can play that way, and you can have it, and just, oh, I'm injecting it into Flint's arm for him to tell us everything there is about the G.I. Joe organization. So now we're looking at his face here. This is an awesome mug. This is one of the best sculpts that Hasbro has done. This guy just looks menacing. He's just like so sinister, like something like one of those, like you expect him to just tie up a woman and throw her on some train tracks. You could see him just twisting his tie, or not his tie, what do you call it, his mustache. In the end, with the monocle here is great. That's just stuck on his face. He does have some really great work on his gauntlets here. Couple purple wristbands. The gauntlets are the same either side. He did not come with extra hands, so this is what you get. He does have, as you can see, he's got this little suspenders basically holding it up. So the suspenders do go all the way to the back, holding up his pants. He does have a belt. The cod piece, of course. This guy is just ridiculous if you think about it. I mean, look at his big bald head, his handlebar mustache. He wears a cape. He has no shirt. He's wearing metal suspenders, a cod piece. I mean, this guy just looks ridiculous, like some kind of 1960s cartoon villain. But I think that's why we all like him so much, because he's so ridiculous and sinister looking that it just kind of adds to his fun, especially as a kid. If you're a kid and you see this guy, it's just ridiculous. Like, oh, I gotta have this. He was one of my favorite when I was a kid, even though I actually leaned more towards the realism for G.I. Joe. I love the actual military figures. I stayed away from some of the ridiculous looking guys. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Crocmaster when I was younger. But now as an adult, I actually find the Croc-Master character pretty cool. But yeah, like Raptor was another one. It was just stupid. It's a stupid character. But for some reason, I love this guy. Even though he's just as ridiculous as the other two that I just mentioned, this figure is just so much fun. He does have just, I mean, he is chiseled. This dude hits the gym. Like, you can just see him just ripping out, maxing out at like 450 on his bench. There's not too many Joes that could take him, I would imagine. It's just kind of odd for a scientist. You figure he spends all day working out or just looking into a microscope. So let's check out his maneuverability here. Does have some good joints. These are nice and loose. A lot of these guys are really tight, and it just drives me nuts. I always feel like I'm going to break them whenever I try to do it, but his are really nice and loose, which is good. Good swivel to the head. Goes up and down, side to side. This is another one you could pop off and switch somebody else's head on there if you wanted to. He does bend at the torso. This is a little more tight, so he doesn't really swivel to either side very well. And he also doesn't really bend forward very well. He's got the suspenders anyway, which are attached, so you're not really going to be bending them too much regardless. Legs, decent maneuverability in the legs. Okay, so the knees here. Oh yeah, all right. So these knees are actually, again, a lot more loose than typical. Usually I get these guys, and like I said, I'm just afraid they're going to break. This one's nice maneuverability. This one, if you're a kid, you'll have no problem posing him however you want. Some of them, man, I know G.I. Joe makes these primarily for us collectors, but a lot of us, you know, we have younger kids and we want to get them into G.I. Joe, and they should take that into account. You're like, okay, it's nice that they have all this articulation and everything, and you can pose them, but kids aren't going to be able to move this without breaking them, so you got to be really careful with that. Great detail with the buckle on the boots. This is more similar to Torch's style boots here. He does have these little purple straps on his wrists, accentuating those guns, man. Look at the guns on this dude. This is an imposing figure. He's just like got all the striations across his chest there. His body fat percentage has to be like 2%. This dude, what can I say? He is genetically engineered a way to stay physically fit. Holster, once again, really great leather detail. It does look like an actual leather holster. It's got a nice little buckle on here. Be nice if he had, like, I'd say like a Cobra belt buckle instead of the Cobra symbol on the back, but either way, it's nice. Nice fabric right here. I think the only difference between this guy and the original classified version is I think the fabric here is just a little bit not nearly as nice, but I haven't taken it out of the box, the other one, because like I said, I spent a crazy amount of money on it. So I don't know, it just, from looking at it, looks like it might be slightly less quality than the other one, but either way, we still got screwed. All of us that went and bought the expensive, exclusive Comic-Con exclusive version or whatever, we all got screwed. Just like we did with Chuckles, because at some point they're going to come out with a cardback Chuckles, and it's going to be the exact same figure, and we're going to be thinking the same thing. But anyway, here he is. This is once again, really fun guy. Just a really cool, menacing figure. He's going to look great on your shelf. Pose him however you want. You have him like with the guns, like just flexing. Because that's how he should be. With those guns, you want to show that stuff off. This canister plugs in, there's a little hole in the back. Plugs in right here on his belt. Put the cape over it. Oh, it falls off pretty easily. It does come off really easily. It's not really held on very secure. The hole is not big enough, I don't think, for the canister. You can see it just kind of hangs off a little bit on the back of there. But overall, I love this guy. He's just stupid fun. He's just such an odd figure. It just makes you drawn to him. And I mean, incidentally, purple happens to be one of my favorite colors too. So I just, anything with purple on it, I'm like, all right, let's get him. Techno Viper's another one that I just love because he's got the purple. But just a real sinister guy. Looks almost like the silent era films where they would have the Dick Dastardly or whatever they would be called figure. So a real nice guy. Well, not real nice guy. He's a real bad guy. A real nice figure here. There is, if you look on the other side of the screen, you can see like the close-up versions of him. There is this nice detailing, texturizing on his jeans, so they aren't just straight purple. There is this nice texturing. He does have the the line going down the center as well. I always like how they go through and they put the bunching up in the back of the knees and under the butt like you would an actual pair of jeans. Right here in the corners too, which is really nice. This is a great detail, just great attention to detail from G.I. Joe. So there you go. There's retro cardback Dr. Mindbender, ready to go and bend some lines.